Real quick before the video starts, I want to let you know that I have a Patreon page where if you like these videos each week and you want to support me and get more involved, you can do that by pledging as little as $1 a month to my Patreon page, patreon.com/JackieGTV, link below. Enjoy the video. Hello people of the world, and welcome to today's episode of Coffee Chats with Jax. Today I want to make a video about something that I don't want to teach on. I more so want to share my experience and open up the conversation about, because I'm new to this talk and I'm new to taking the actions that prove this talk to be real to me. I didn't go home for Christmas this year or Thanksgiving, and it was honestly probably the best thing I could have done for myself. Basically, there are people back home in my family that have proven to be extremely unsafe, cruel human beings towards me in a very emotionally, verbally abusive way. Thankfully, I have an incredible sister and my incredible sister's incredible wife and so many amazing aunts and uncles and friends, and I wanted to make this video to talk about that little feeling of guilt that I know I have felt and maybe someone out there watching has felt when it comes to putting up boundaries with you and like your parents, your mom or your dad. Like, those are people that growing up, it kind of feels like there are no boundaries. Like, you're raised by them, they're taking care of you, you're under their roof, they pay for your food, all these things all growing up. And so then when you become an adult and you move out, it's hard to really dictate where the lines are and how much say they're supposed to still have in your life and how much of a part of your life they're supposed to have. And I've seen this in very healthy and unhealthy ways throughout my adult life, and I am now joining the club because for a while, I felt like I had to be there for my parents to keep them together. Kind of like be the glue that holds the family together, because there's been a lot of big conflicts, for lack of better words, and drama over the past 3 or 4 years, and not a lot of that has been talked about. And as the years have gone on, it's just kind of gotten worse and worse, and more avoidance has been done by some parties and more arrogance and cruelty has been done by other parties. And today, actually, I decided to say enough is enough, and I put up a pretty firm boundary with someone really important to me and my family. And part of the start of those boundaries was the decision to not go home for the holidays, because I realized that I want to take care of myself. I want to love myself. I want to be around people that I'm not obligated to be around, but treat me like shit. I want to be around people that love me and celebrate me, and I love and celebrate them too. It's a choice where you want to spend the holidays, and when you grow up, you get to start making choices for yourself on who you want in your life and in what capacity. I'm learning lately that I am a very black and white person. I don't sit comfortably with nuances. And I have a hard time with thinking if this person is bad, this means they're all bad and they're going to go in the bad category. And if this person's good, that means they're all good and they're going in the good category. So in my mind, I'm like, if I'm not talking to my parents now, that means no, what about 20 years down the line? Am I ever talking to them again? And I start to panic and I freak out. And I was talking to my sister's wife the other day about this, and really great advice that she gave me was to just take it 1 month at a time. Like, just for example, maybe for the next 30 days, you need to detox from text messages that make you want to throw up. You're so sick. And maybe just for a month, like, just see what does a month look like. And after that, reevaluate, see how you're doing, see how your heart's doing, and then go from there. It doesn't all have to be all at once. And just because you don't want to share this part of your life with this person doesn't mean you can't share this part of your life with this person. There's good and bad in everybody. Some relationships are made to be shared like your whole self with, and some just part of you with. And some have really strict boundaries, and boundaries are for you to decide, like, what are you okay with and not okay with in a person? Like, what have they proven to be safe with and what have they not proven to be safe with? And there's a lot of guilt that comes when putting those boundaries up with family members, but I'm here to say that it's not true. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to put up boundaries with people that have been hateful to you and harmful to your heart and your mental health. You gotta take care of yourself. Like, even my sister and I, we have had a very interesting relationship. It has not been perfect, and there's been times in our relationships when she's put up boundaries with me and we haven't really talked as much or about certain things or stuff like that, but we work through that, and now we're closer than we've ever been. But we're not close because we're sisters. We're close because we've done the work to get there. I've looked at places where I've hurt her. She's looked at places where she's hurt me, and we've talked about it and done the work. I'm not living at her house because she owes me because I'm her family. I'm staying here because we chose to be in relationship together, not because we're entitled to each other's space because we're family. This has just been my experience with it. I've had a really incredible Christmas and Thanksgiving, and it was hard at first because I felt really guilty. But this morning I woke up and realized that this was the best Christmas I've had. I want want to say ever, a really long time. And I think it's because I chose to value myself this Christmas and take care of myself on who I'm around and realize that we are in each other's space because we have earned that space, not because we're entitled to it. Your parents aren't entitled to you. They don't get to live vicariously through you. They don't get to decide what choices you make once you grow up and leave their house. They don't get to decide what kind of relationship you're supposed to have with God or what kind of career you're supposed to have. Like, when you are out of their house and when you are a grown-up and paying for your own stuff, you get to make those choices for yourself. You get to set the boundaries that are healthy for you and good for you in your space. You are in charge of that. You have a choice, and I'm done feeling guilty for making choices that make my life better. I'm not an expert on this topic whatsoever. I am just now starting to act on these boundaries and really take care of myself, but I just wanted to let you in on where I'm at with that process and what that has looked like for me. I'll keep you posted on it, but this is my video to let you know that if you did not go home for Christmas because you wanted to make choices that made your life better and made your heart safer, that's okay. That should be celebrated, not condemned, not shamed. Celebrate the part of you that makes choices to better yourself and better the people around you. I love you guys. I appreciate you watching this video. If you would like to support me and get more involved in what I am doing, then you can do that by pledging as little as $1 a month to my Patreon page. That is why I'm able to make these videos each week. There's a link down in the description box below if you want to support me there as an independent writer and speaker and storyteller. And then I also have a book out called Be Free, which you can also purchase by clicking on the link down below. It's just a part of my journey. It's not the whole journey, just a part of it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.